All right, I believe we're live. Hello, everybody. It's 8:31. Thank you, Brom. Thank you for telling me in the chat what day it is, and it is. I probably put the wrong date on the graphic. Thank you, Brom.
You're fired.
Dr. Brom is grading my paper right now. So, and also Blueberry. Welcome to the chat. Glad you guys joined us today. These are my friends that are hanging out with me today. Matt says it's almost dinner time, so he's not going to stay very long. And there's Mark, and there's Magnus, and there's Meredith. That's the MRO right there, and that's pretty cool. And Dan, we haven't had Dan in a while. I'm glad Dan is here. And Brick Smith is here. Would y'all like for me to show you my new superpower? And watch this. I can take him and drag him. And it didn't work. There it goes. Look at there. I can drag you around, and yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
I'm getting it.
Row.
Wait, let me give Bricksmith center square there. So how are y'all this evening?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do a quick run around the room and see what's going on. Meredith, what's going on in your world?
Thinking about how much tomorrow is going to cost me.
What's happening tomorrow?
We're getting the diagonally. We're terrible.
Are you going to be there at 11? Because I'm going to be there.
I think Brian has to go out for a job up to Buford, so he's going to go early and go pick it up. But
is it actually in the store tomorrow?
Yeah. They had a pretty good what do you call it? Media blackout. So everyone did the review today because today was the official end of the media blackout, but people knew about it. But
yeah, but only yesterday they put the pictures out, the official pictures out, like today, right?
There was leaks.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, and then also I splurged on a custom Bo-Katan, so I can have more Mandalorians.
Ooh, let me see those blasters. Those look kind of cool.
Yeah, she gets her custom blasters because I guess they're made out of Beskar. I don't know. Dana would know, but I don't.
Does it have a printed noggin or just a black?
Yeah,
noggin?
She just needs red hair because.
Oh, you can't take that off. What did you do? Oh no!
Oh, you've ruined your Mandalorians just to die.
If you watch Clone Wars and Rebels, there's Orthodox and there's modern Mandalorians.
Right.
She's modern. She takes her helmet off.
I wonder. By the way, I have a theory. I wonder if it's all the ones that are, adopted in that can't remove their helmet, but those who are in the family have to keep it on, or that can take it off.
That's kind of awfully like almost classist. I don't know. It sounds like a vampire thing. Like, are you a true blood or were you made? I don't know.
How does this work though? They have to eat and stuff. Like, surely they have to take.
he said they're allowed to take it off when they're alone to eat.
Yeah, maybe they got a hinge for the mouth and we don't see. No.
They have an IV port.
I just want to know what smells worse: the cloak that Baby Yoda never changes, or his helmet inside. Which is worse?
I mean, you saw what his hair looked like when they took that off.
I mean, you can just eat like soup out of a straw your entire life.
Yeah,
There you go. I like that.
Those little water packs that have a little flexi tube.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see over here in the chat. My son is here. He's listening upstairs. Brett Spills is here. Where to go? How are y'all doing? All right, Dan. It's been a while since you've been on. What's up in your Lego world, man?
Lego World. I've been working on. I don't know if you remember a while ago. I did some alternative World War II stuff for the Americans, like walking tanks and stuff. So Germans have dinosaurs.
Oh,
Dino tanks. So did some upgrades on this. Hatch opens now.
ooh.
Is that Mad Science Division?
Wow.
Dinosaurs?
That's right. The occult and all that. Maybe it's time travel. I don't know.
That is true, Dan. You have not aged today.
That's what I hear.
You do the same cherubic personality and face that we remember from years past. So Nathan Proudlove, good to see y'all in the chat. All right. So anything else going on in your Lego world?
Was working on a motorized turntable too. You want to see?
Yes, we do.
So I can hand crank it too.
Cool. Is that for like display, or is that going in a mock, or?
So I can put different mocks on here and display it it'll spin automatically, so I could put it out at a show or take a video to throw up online.
That's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. All right, good deal.
And I made it modular. I can pop a different top on and off.
Nice. Don't talk about popping a top on or off, or Bricksmith will be naked here in a minute. So, speaking of, and hopefully he's not going to. What's going on, Bricksmith?
Happy to be here. Started my short week vacation yesterday. I'm gonna work on the castle a lot and play video games and rest. I just played video games today. I cleaned the space off next to my table here. My table. Kevin is texting. I don't know what he wants.
Tell Kevin to get on the show.
He would, but
he's lame.
It's Little Hinkle's birthday today.
Oh well, that's all right.
So, yeah, but yeah, I got nothing. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm glad you invited me. Thank you for being my friend.
All right. Let's go to Matthew, since I know you are going to dinner soon. Your dinner is probably going to be pretty tasty. What are you having for dinner?
Chinese. What is it? Chicken? Orange chicken? Orange chicken.
Oh.
With rice. So I'm building from the Clone Wars the Imperial. I think it's the prisoner ship. I don't remember. I'm a bad Star Wars fan, but I'm down. I have 2 bags left.
That's Rebels.
What's that?
That's Rebels.
I mean, Rebels. Did I say Clone Wars? Yeah, it's Rebels.
Yeah, that's the TIE fighter carrier.
Yep. And so it comes with the mini ties. Pew, 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 pew. So the mini ties are built, and we get Sabine. Yay. And she's got her Kirk Cool Mandalorian helmet. I already built the Ghost, and I was kind of on the fence. I bought this set thinking I'm going to buy it while it's still for sale, because if I don't buy it later, I want to buy it. It'll be too expensive, and I'll pay it myself. And if I don't build it, I'll just sell it on Bricklink. And I had a small water drip leak on it, so the box was ruined, and I was like, I guess I'm going to build it after all. So I'm building it.
Good deal. How was the cathedral?
The cathedral is right behind me. So we put the green roof on the center section. So all that we have left is on the right-hand side of the screen. We have to put the foundation for the dome. The dome's already been built. So once I get the foundation done, I'll set the dome on and it will be finished. I'm thinking maybe if I get the foundation finished next couple days, we could save the placing of the dome for Thursday's show. And
that'd be fun.
Dramatic music and lighting and something, I don't know.
Yeah, but we can't play the music too loud. We won't be able to hear you. So
Right.
That's true. Sacrifices, so it's almost done. I mean,
hey, actually, while you hold that over your head, your sound was better. Why don't you try that? The whole show, just hold it like that.
Like that?
Yeah, just you're good like that the whole time.
The whole time. The blood might run out of my arms for.
All right, Magnus, what's going on, man? How are you today?
You're on mute.
Muted.
You're muted, Magnus.
You were almost as loud as Matt.
Yeah, here I am. Good for a Monday.
How are you?
I'm good. I had a pretty good weekend. Although I'm losing track of the whole weeks and weekends things now.
I understand that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have you built anything this week? You buy anything?
I'm trying to remember what this was like when I showed you all, but this is even more almost finished than it was before. Let me see what I can do here. This is the Cobra control tower.
Ooh,
I see that.
And I think I was talking about the sloped wall technique I was pioneering here. So that's it's like almost finished, but like
I like it.
Thank you.
Hey, can we see the Cobra on top? I want to see what that looks like. Sweet.
Cool.
How did you do the slope?
That's just a bunch of old style 1x2 slope 1x2 hinge bricks.
Yeah.
You see that?
2 by
Oh
2
yeah, I
tank.
love the hinge on the give the texture on the snake. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. You want to see something else that that I may have hinted at? That was this is sort of like a technology demonstrator for something else that is big that has slopes as well.
Yep.
Let's see if I can make this work.
Whoa. What?
That's going to be a big castle. Like yeah, that's going to be a big castle. Hopefully finished in time for Brick Fair next year.
Yeah. Whoa.
I think it already is.
How can you see that thing? Dude, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Castle.
you. It's going to be the biggest thing I've ever built.
That's what's up.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So I've
So
been.
is that a Cobra Tower as well, or what?
That is the Cobra Castle.
Okay.
Yeah.
There he is. That's what's up.
That's awesome, man.
So-
Yeah. Exciting.
Is
So,
that
you
going to be a brick fest? I mean, a brick fair thing? You're going to take it to brick fair and all that kind of stuff if you have brick fair?
Yeah. Whenever Brick Fair happens again, I'll definitely have it and bring it along. There's been a lot of building and rebuilding because just sticking bricks together actually doesn't take that long. But when you realize you have to rebuild a wall, you have to take the whole thing apart and put it back again just to move the wall a little bit. There's been a lot of that sort of thing. But it's beginning to look like something recognizable here.
Sweet.
Been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, again, I want to add to that. Folks, don't let anybody tell you how to build your castle. If you want Cobra Castle, build it. If you want a pink castle, build it. Do whatever you want, folks, just as long as you're building castle.
Unless you really need to build space because it's much better.
Do
Yeah.
whatever you want, folks.
But what about a space castle?
I love it. Actually, I had a conversation with somebody
It's called Nexo
about
Nights.
his you just built it, the thing.
The thing with the thing and the thing?
Yeah. And I said
Mordor?
it's a space castle.
Space Mordor?
The yellow and black. What is it? Yellow and black. That's a space castle.
Space Mordor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
That's space castle.
That's the
Space
top.
Mordor.
You should make that Moonbase compatible and make it a Cobra Moonbase. That would be really, really fun.
I could probably add Moonbase modules to it.
Yeah, see? It's not hard.
Yeah.
A little plug.
That's right. That's right. All right. So I've hit everybody up in the room. So Meredith, since you brought it up and you're going to be one of the suckers, I mean, one of the first ones at the door to go by the Diagon Alley. So what do the rest of you guys think? I'll be straight up. I'm like, that's another $300 set that I do not want to pay for.
Isn't
But
it 4?
It's 4.
400.
Yeah, it's 4, Chris.
300
I'm
plus.
cringing,
How about
trust me.
that?
I thought it was going to be 3, and I was okay with 3 because I've never spent more than $300 on a set.
No, Willie. No, Willie, never.
All right. So, I mean, I understand what I mean. If you're a Harry Potter fan, I mean, if they had a space $300 set, I would be there at the door to get it. And Star Wars is not space. But anyway, so
Touché.
so is anybody else jonesing for it wanting to get the set?
There's some
All right.
pretty cool colored bricks in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got we got the other one over there, and I can't see not having both of the big boys.
Okay. What were you saying, Dave? The colors. What was about the colors?
There's some pretty cool colors in there, right? Like, it seems like you could do some interesting stuff with the parts.
I want it just for parts. And I've thought about
That's the
buying
thing.
it.
I
and
might
selling
get it
off
for parts, but I'm woefully behind on sorting. So, like, to the point where sometimes stuff becomes so valuable that I end up selling it on Bricklink instead. Like last week, I just sold a green grocer that I bought for parts because somebody wanted to pay over $1,000 for it. So, like,
Yeah. All right. If you want to give me $1,000 for this, sure, I'll do it. You know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Buy
Okay,
more
I will admit I have looked at a set in the store that I could have got a deal on. I'm like, I don't want to sort that out. I mean, I'm always at that point sometimes. It's like, nah, I don't need that anymore. So, but anyway, all right, Meredith. So tell us, what are you looking forward the most to about the set?
Well, I mean, I would have saved it for Christmas, but somebody in this house is a daddy's girl, and promises were made without my approval. So, but here's the thing: we've read the first Harry Potter. We're into the second. We get the illustrated version, which has more pictures, and their pictures are actually very beautiful. They got a really great artist to do it. So anything that, keeps her reading and is not Disney princesses, I'm okay with it. And she built we bought the burrow, I want to say 2 weeks ago. We got it on Target because it was early on Target. And she literally built the whole thing. It's over 9 years set. And she built the whole thing by herself. Well, no problem. She loved it. She's been playing with it every day. So I would have saved it as a big gift for Christmas. Didn't happen that way. So
thanks to good old Dad, right?
Yeah, Dad made some promises when he got some kisses and hugs, and yeah.
So one question I have for you as a fan, I know that there's some new figures for Harry and Ron and Hermione, and there's like 2 new figures. Are the rest of the minifigs like rehashes from previous sets? I mean, for a $400 set, I would have.
No. So my favorite character, Gilderoy Lockhart, who is the biggest poser ever, and I can't remember the actor that plays him. It's a very famous. I think he was a director too.
Kenneth Branagh.
Yes, and we haven't had him since the yellow flesh tone Harry Potter sets. And actually, I love those figs. We found 2 of them sorting, and they are really cool. I mean, he's just always wearing flamboyant clothes. So you get him, you get a bunch of other random kind of people we've never gotten. But yes, you get another rehash of Harry, Ron, Hagrid. But then again, you get a new Lucius Malfoy. We haven't had a new Lucius Malfoy since forever. Well, other than the Death Eater one. And then you get just like all the characters you meet down there, you get them. And then Fred and George, the twins, they actually made them doing something different versus in the old set. I think you got one and it was just Fred or George. Huh. So no, it's a lot of the characters that need updating got updated. So
okay.
And then apparently there's a special box number 21 with a undisclosed figure, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone. So.
Oh, there's a secret one in the set that they haven't revealed? Oh, interesting. Well, that's pretty cool. That's kind of very un-Lego-like, too, because they're like, show everything on the box, that kind of thing. So
I didn't get the Hogwarts mini scale because, it's cool, but my daughter's the one. I mean, I like Harry Potter, but she loves it, and she couldn't play with that. But like the Dollhouse type play sets, the Burrow, she's played with it for like the last 2 weeks straight. So I think, again, I would have bought it for Christmas and saved it for like just like her big Christmas present, but it didn't shake out that way. So, oh well, I'm being a bad parent.
You got played. You're the played parent on that one. Yeah, I understand. Now, I will admit, I looked at the back of it to see all the building techniques and the cool stuff. There's a lot of really cool stuff and details. In my limited Harry Potter knowledge, I'm like, well, it's pretty impressive that they didn't build a bunch of storefronts and call it good. They built the interiors and everything. So that's awesome. It's pretty awesome. Are you going to improve it? Are you going to keep it that way, or?
Well, if we ever have events again, and Peach/Dixie Lug does the city layout, I think it needs to be hidden in the city layout. And I need to build because the Leaky Cauldron's cool. It's the Sorcerer Pub frontage that's like the gateway to get into the sorcering shopping plaza, so Muggles can't get in. I think we should build that as a mock and then put that whole street behind it and hide it around some regular buildings. It'd be fun to put in the city for the lug. But that's the only thing I would do right now.
We should do that with make a NASA store, and then you open it up and it's a walkway to the moon base. That would be pretty sweet. That would be anyway. That's cool.
So I think that's it. I mean, I'm not a huge modular builder, so I'd still like to build the pub, and then we could have that whole hidden witness and in the big city layout. If folks here or in the chat haven't, a lot of do a lot of lugs have a city layout? I mean, most bigger lugs seem to have a collaborative city layout.
Well, let's see. We're all in the same lug except for Magnus and Dan. So, but Wamalug has a big town thing, right? Or
I saw that at Brick Fair.
Well, there's a separate train log that.
Yeah.
A lot of in the Wamalog and the Wama LTC. But they usually they have a big sort of town train thing.
Yeah, they do a big layout.
Yeah, so y'all are in a bigger lug. So is there actually two sides to the lug, Wamalug and Wamalug TC, or how does that work?
Yeah, Wamalug and Wama LTC diverged 15 years ago or more, Magnus.
Was it in the yellow wood? No, anyway, go. Anyway.
Oh,
bye, Matt. See ya.
But it's like, basically almost everybody in the LTC is in the lug. Just, train stuff. They have more rules in the train club. A little more formal.
So it's kind of an organization, kind of in the organization, or two separate things, but people are members in the other ones.
Two separate things, but the Venn diagram of membership is pretty clear.
All right. Because at one time there was Dixie Lug, and then there was the Northwood Train Club, and then that all kind of stopped, and then it's just been Dixie Lug and everything like that. So, all right. So cool deal. So Bricksmith, you said you were thinking about getting it too. Is that right?
Yeah, just not day one. I can't.
I think they're giving more freebies on day one.
Yeah, and we're talking 6 months to a year down the road, maybe. I'm not just whenever I can get around to it, but definitely need to get it. So.
Yeah, I can't.
Train builders love rules.
I can't think of a time though when Lego has had so many, even 250 plus sets out at one time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta feel. I mean, I'll review sets on my channel, but I can't imagine being the people who are buying the sets and reviewing them, having to keep up with as many nuclear-sized sets that are coming out right now. Is it just me?
No, it's crazy. I think they're targeting adults a lot more now. That's got to be it, right? Like,
I would think.
Is Kevin Hinkle's spider senses lighting up?
Well, Kevin would say they're targeting non-adult fans of Legos with those to get them in, or get them to buy that set and everything. Which I agree with. But anyway, hello.
Can you say
you? Not
shy.
Hey,
we have our Eat Sleep GBC t-shirt on.
That's awesome. Hey, can you give a woo to Bricksmith?
Nah.
I give one. Woo!
Woo! No. You're too shy.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, it's falling in. It seems like there's escalation of sets over 100 volume wise. I mean, are they going to reach a point maybe where they realize that, I don't know, they hit critical mass and people aren't buying them, or?
I don't know.
I have a friend who's not an AFOL, but she has kids who are into Lego, and she got that gigantic Harry Potter thing for her 40th birthday because she liked Harry Potter. So, just like the Star Wars people want really into Lego, they're getting some massive Lego Star Wars set for Father's Day. Like, I think that's part of what's going on.
Welcome to the chat, Rich. I'm sorry,
Hi.
I didn't mean to cut you off. So now, wait, we got Wamalug and we've got Dixie Lug going on here, and it's almost even teams right now. So that's kind of fun.
I came in I came in while you were discussing the Venn diagram of Wamalug and Wama LTC, and I am that Venn diagram.
You're right in the middle.
I am the encompassing of both. I'm a near founding member of Wamalug and Wama LTC. Magnus and or Dan may dispute that, but I'd love to challenge them. So I know a lot more about the history of both of those clubs than they may have privy to do with that because I've lived it. And yes, there's quite a few people who are Wama LTC people who are actually Wama luggers. Although there are a few people who just say, nah, I'm not going to do a Wama lug thing at all. I'm just going to do trains and vice versa. Yeah. Magnus and Dan being part of that grouping. Although Magnus has in the past done a couple displays with Wama LTC, but it was mostly castle stuff.
Yeah, I've shown up to shows. I just haven't built my own train.
Yeah.
So do the groups get along well, or do they like
Well, when things went to hell, I can say hell, can I?
I don't think it's supposed to now.
Back in the old days, back in the olden days when things went awry, there was a little bit of anxiety, especially for me, about who was going to control and possess the club tables for displaying. Because if it was only going to be Wama LTC, because they were made purposefully for the train club, how was Wamalug going to be able to do shows at, say, the store or some other venue, which we used as well in that capacity? So there was some anxiety, and everybody decided that they were going to decide to play nice with each other. So yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, the issue, it's amazing, the issue of tables. It was every lug that I've been in, which has only been like one or two, but then other lugs that I hear talking, who's got the tables? Where do you store the tables? Who's building the tables? What size are the tables? What are the legs made out of the tables? There's a whole lot of carpentry involved in this, and I just want to build spaceships and set it somewhere. And
this is meant to be a politic-free zone, but this is deep AFOL community politics here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is.
yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to call anybody out, get anybody in trouble or anything like that, but
nerds! There's nerds! They're talking about tables! Nerds!
Yeah, there we go, right there. Push them up. But I mean, I know it's important, and even for our space layout, I depend on, for my crater to work, I depend on a shorter table and everything for my crater to fit into the moon base thing and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, that it seems an inordinate amount of. I mean, then you got to shim the tables, and you got to get the table smooth, and you got to all that stuff. So
transport them
and transport them in everything.
Who's transporting them? Who's got the clips? Do we got plexiglass to keep little grubby hands from reaching in and grabbing stuff?
Yeah, we probably need to get bigger plexiglass to hold little grubby hands back from now on. So, yes, there is space on this program, Stever. I hear you. I see you there. Glad to have you here, Stever and Alyssa. Thank you for joining us in the chat. Let's see. Scott H510, welcome there. Willie Nesbitt, glad you are here too. He says, we have club table build every so often. Everybody builds and keeps their own tables. Oh, wow, that's interesting.
That sounds like blasphemy in our lug.
That's right. That's right.
Blasphemy is just inconvenient for some people who don't have storage space.
Stuff, right? Like
what was that?
One lug's an extremely chill lug.
Wamalug is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Very relaxed.
But you guys are, I mean, we all look at you guys almost as the founder club. I mean, you guys, it started, Brick Fair, Brick Fest and all that kind of stuff was born there. So you guys are the grandpas. You guys set the standard, man.
Well, we went through
we're old, so we don't
bureaucracy heavy activity and stuff like that. Like It's a pretty chill log now, but in the past, there's been a lot of, I don't want to say paperwork, but there were business meetings and forums and all kinds of stuff.
Well, there was a lot of stuff that went on because to raise capital to make tables, we had a dues system, and that's what was driving that, I think, initially. But after that, we after the trouble time, dues went out the door and everybody chilled. But we already had an inventory of tables available to use at that point in time. Now we've built more tables since then. They've been built at my house, and we all had a good time doing it. Anybody and everybody was invited, including Wamalug as well as Walma LTC. That was about, I want to say that was 5 years ago that we built tables at my house. But they didn't stay here. I didn't expect them to stay here. But I will tell you that when all of this is moved to its new location, that I have an idea to make my own tables, not just for displaying at the new place, however that turns out, but also to take with me to do displays, to do events. And they involve folding tables you can buy at like Costco and just maybe shim the edges. Already pre-made, get some masonite, the stuff with the holes in it. That stuff's like 1/8 of an inch. And if you have to layer it a couple times, that's fine. You screw right into the plastic. No problem. This is my idea.
I just built an extra table. We can, in case we need more tables.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's a great table design with 4 legs. That's impressive. That's a good idea. That's cool. So, I mean, that's honestly, I've watched some of the stuff with your lug and seen the ups and the downs going on in y'all's lug, which y'all are still a great lug. And I hope that some of those things don't happen for our lugs, or we can avoid some of those. We kind of went reverse. There were two lugs or 2 clubs, Dixie Lug and the Train Club, and then they merged back together, or they merged together and then just became Dixie Lug, which is now going to be Peach Lug. Thank you very much. But Sandlin's doing a good job wearing his Dixie Lug shirt for a while, getting the use out of it. It's actually a very comfy shirt. It's one of the most comfy shirts I think I've ever owned. So, but we got them for the next 4 months until we changed to Peach Lug. So,
you got a schedule for your name change?
Do what?
You have a schedule for your name change?
Well, we just set it for the beginning of the year, just to start afresh and anew. So, just because. Well, here's the deal: we ordered the shirts. What did we order those shirts in January, February, something like that? I don't know if you remember, Mark. But then we paid for them, and then COVID hit, so the shirts have kind of been, out there, and the folks in our lug who got them and made them, they're great, and they would ship them to you. But we figured, as couple, in 2 weeks maybe we can be done with this. Well, in 2 more weeks. So finally, last month, as we are in talks and voting on new names, we all get our Dixie Lug shirt. So, which we exchanged them in the second floor of a parking deck, and they came in what looked like kilo-sized bags. While we're all wearing masks, we got cars with our trunks up, and we're giving out bags of T-shirts, which didn't look like something else. But anyway, that was our last.
You're describing a narcotics exchange.
Yes, there was no cash on hand. I don't think that was a good that probably saved us from getting somebody snooping around at us and everything. So, all right, hey, Bricksmith, are you out?
I gotta go, man.
All right, man. Peace out, bro.
I love you guys. Bye.
I like it.
All right, that's cool. What? Anybody else have thoughts and opinions about back to the Diagon Alley set? What was this? I was accused of drug. It is a drug.
My thoughts are I must have that, even if it is $400.
Yeah, it's an addiction, right?
For real. Hey, Sarah Starbricks. Thank you for joining us. How you doing? Woo!
I have an issue with the Lego drug connection here. So Brian gets all the bricks for the brick bank for people in Georgia that want to sort through Eric's company, the Brick Bank. So UPS keeps on dropping off boxes of Goodwill bulk shipments that this guy sends us to sort. And we have people come pick up the items to sort and what have you. So I had my neighbor's like, what are you guys doing? Why are there always people coming into your garage and stuff? And I'm like, we're not drug dealing. They're just picking up Lego.
And then he keep on cleaning off, and I can't.
Sure, Meredith, that's a likely story. You're just covering, for us.
You know it. That's why I had to wire money the other day. It was for the cocaine, right?
That's right. If you don't know what Brick Bank is owned by a dude in Ohio. He used to live down here, and he buys bulk like crazy, right? And then he has people who will sort it for him, and you can do some swapping and all that kind of stuff, and get a bunch of bricks and everything.
Yep.
And Meredith and Brian actually will let us come over and buy lots and lots of Lego by the pound. So it's quite nice, actually. So,
hey, one comment, Chris.
Yeah.
Now for the sorting bins, I'm going to keep those unpicked so sorters can try to make sets easier from them and keep the minifigs in them.
Okay.
So some feedback I got was that I found this set, but it's already been gone through and the important pieces aren't there. So I think I'm just going to do pick a brick on the return colors, all the color sort of stuff. So if you want to go through like I got 90 pounds of like light bluish gray out there with some old light gray mixed in. So you guys can go through all the sorted colors.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll have to pick a Saturday here soon. So, Sarah Starbrick says she pre-ordered Diagon Alley. Wonder when it will be here.
Well, I think she's in Europe.
She's in Norway. Is that right? Is it Norway? I believe.
Because what time would it be?
Midnight.
Yeah.
All I know is that the 4 facades that they have are perfect seed buildings for modular buildings, and that's what really interests me about that, is that I can then do something with them, not unlike I did with say 2 corner delis, and I made my own building, or at some point I'm gonna take the Sanctum Sanctorum and make a full building out of that, 32 by 32. So those are actually really good seed buildings to do something really spectacular with.
Like a spaceship.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Dan. A space station, at least.
Yeah, right. Yeah. By the way, Sarah Starbrick, she's in the Netherlands, not Norway. It began with an N. I get those backwards. Anyway, so by the way, if you ever ask me what month it is, and if it's a J, I will say January, June, July. Just my brain is that way. So, but anyway, so yeah, she's there and she just ordered it. So, so is that weird, by the way, going back to the Diagon Alley, is it weird that they barely got the pick? I mean, are they that confident in the ravenous horde of Harry Potter fans that when this hits, that it doesn't need any lead time, they're going to just eat it up? Or was that their master plan all along? Or what do you think?
I think it's analogous to a Star Wars Imperial Star Destroyer or a Death Star. As soon as it hits the streets, bam, our UCS set.
Yeah, it's going to sell out.
And also people who aren't really into Harry Potter but who are collecting, cafe corner modular sets, I could totally see them getting 1 or even 2 of them just because, they're basically in that standard except without the wall in the back, and you can build that. It's that was an initial thing I thought, and I was just looking at it. It's like on four 32 by 32 base plates, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, that's right. It's on the thin base plates that very rarely Lego things are on now, but all the modular builds are on the thin base plate. Is that right?
Yeah, but you can always buy a 48 by 48 and cut it.
No, again.
Hopefully,
nobody doing that.
maybe
You know,
around
32 by 32, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Put alleys in the Diagon alley. Yeah, of course.
What do you need, Vic?
I think the big sets are selling quick. Like August 1st, I went down to the Lego store to get the Super Mario stuff because my son wanted to get it, and there was something free you could only get at the store. And so August 1st, it was a Saturday. It first came out. I waited in line an hour and a half just to get in the Lego store. But while I was waiting, they were like, "You're not here for the grand piano set, are you?" That came out today, and we sold out of those like before the store opened. There were people in line who bought all of them. Like those big sets, like people are all about it.
Yeah, but the thing I wonder is Lego going to have one of these deals like this? Now, obviously, this Diagon Alley is going to be gone. It's going to be popular. There's not going to be, but like the piano set, are they going to have that initial run, and then they fill the store back up, and nobody wants them? After that initial run, like a big opening weekend for a movie that everybody goes sees it the first week, and then it drops off and everything. Is that a
market research about how many to make, and they don't? I mean, clearance is a lot harder to find on those big sets. Like I remember, I really wanted that Apocalypseburg set, but I was like, $250. Like I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna try and find it on a discount, and I never did.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, Legos are a lot tighter on inventory and stuff.
Yeah,
more so now than they used to be. I mean,
back in 2005, 2006.
We only got the Ninjago docks because Walmart had it up for like 6 hours at, I want to say some misaccounted price. Like I think it was up for like $100 or something. Yeah, and that's the only. We got the original Ninjago City, which was the most expensive set, and then obviously we were looking at the docks and like, but he found it. I think it was either Reddit or somebody who posts like deals. Might have been Brickset or something that posts like deals, like screaming out deals, and it was just like a mistake that they put it up for, and he got it. So, but yeah, we wanted Apocalypseburg, but it's a lot of money, and
yeah,
I don't know. I just couldn't. I was like, if I could find it on clearance or like I don't know, or used or something cheap, I'd get it. But I'm still not particularly happy about a $400 set, but.
Well, and it also seems like there's this whole realm of these are outside the normal retail kind of things. This is not going to show up at Walmart. Nope. It's not going to be at Target and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, you got to be passionate to go to the Lego store and go get it or order it online, or you may get it on Amazon. They may sell it through there. You never know. But that almost seems like more of a thing than it just being an adult set. This is. You're not finding this at Walmart. You can get it
limited distribution.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the best you can do is hope they get a damaged one at your Lego store and you get there on the right day.
Right. Well, I will say, just going back to the adult fans, I went to the Target here, and this is in Ackworth. This is not in the middle of Atlanta. This is, it's in the burbs, but it's on the edge of the burbs before you're in the country. And the Target here, I think I counted they had almost 40 of the Iron Man helmets in that one store. I mean, they were stacked deep in there. And I'm like, there is no way this is going to sell that well out of this one Target. And if all the Targets are getting that many of them, I might get that one on clearance. I don't know.
That'd be good for Brick.
It'd be good for Brick. But that was kind of, I don't know if they misdistributed them to another store, and I'm sure they can shift all that around, but some of that seems a little excessive. I don't know.
And in the meantime, it seems like there's not as much clearance this summer as there has been in the past. Like markets around us, like the old Lego that's on clearance, is only 20% off.
That's true.
I've looked every time I've gone into a store, which is not very often. I look at the clearance aisle and there's no Lego. That's because people are bored. They're buying stuff for their kids to keep them quiet. Here, put this Lego set together. Leave me alone.
Puzzles and Lego.
Hey, yeah. I had a quiet 4.5 hours when she was building the burrow.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's what's happening.
Well, I agree. Trust me, it's got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. I'm a parent. or now a grandparent. But yeah, I understand.
You're very apparent.
Yeah, thanks.
Time, you know?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I mean, now I can remember. Now I do remember 2 Christmas. Was it last Christmas when the Overwatch sets were going out? There was a lot of Lego clearance going out then, and all of a sudden it almost smelled like it was, 2003 or 2004 with Lego kind of going under. There was a ton of clearance, and I don't know if the Overwatch. I mean, I think the Overwatch thing was kind of cool, but I don't think they marketed that well, and I don't think Overwatch players are Lego fans or whatever. But
yeah, the crossover is not deep.
Yeah, but I can't remember what other line was headed out then. But there was a lot of clearance, and I didn't get a lot of it because I'm like, I really don't want it.
There's some neat parts in there. I got a couple of the set with the pink robot because I want to make some spaceship, crazy colors and stuff. But the Overwatch sets around here, they're still at Target on the shelf, like full price or maybe slightly discounted. They're not getting that guy.
Really?
Yeah, they're not clearanced out yet. That's the pink though.
Yeah, ours are gone.
And that gun, so good for little bots.
Oh yeah, I haven't made a bot out of one of those. Is it good?
Yeah, because it's got. Well, I mean, Mark could show it again. It's got studs on the front, sides, and I think the bottom, and it's got a bar and an angle. Yeah.
So have you made a bot? Where is your bot? We want to see your bot.
I don't have one handy.
Don't be talking smack, man. You're lying. If you're gonna say you can make a bot out of it, you gotta have a bot to make. Come on, man.
I'll try and get a bot together for you.
I want to see you go digging in that tower in the back. Just anyway.
I think they're in a drawer right over here.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that gun is really good. I like that they make the stud gun stuff or whatever. And I had the chance. I should have got the Gibraltar at like 30-40% off, and I didn't, and I kind of regret it, especially on one of those wedge pieces and everything. Yeah, I agree with Nathan. Overwatch were marketed too directly at kids. I think they just missed their market.
It comes in dark gray and in white, Chris.
Yeah, and there's a black one too, I believe. Are you talking about the gun? Yeah. Right. Thank you very much, Stever. Yeah, those are really cool. There was that gun that actually had 2 studs on the side, top, and other side. That was a good gun too. So I'm sorry, Dan. You're getting F for no bots. You're getting Fs. Fs all over. Come on, Dan. You can do it, man.
Where's the bots?
I can.
Worst bot ever.
Oh, he's got the bucket out. That's awesome. All right, but yeah, no, I didn't get any of the Overwatch. I just didn't get them for parts. I didn't get them for. I don't know if it's because I was in mid sort or needing to sort. I don't know what it was about me and Overwatch. I didn't get any hardly. I got the one with the pink one in it for clearance, all that kind of stuff. All right, Dan, you got a bot. Let's see it. There he is. Hang on. Let me find your. Where the heck are you? There you are.
This one uses lots of different guns. If that gun had been out when I made this, it would be in here too.
That's cool.
And this is so difficult. The mirror effect.
That's pretty sweet.
And there's hat version.
Oh, cool, with the
poncho.
Yeah, the poncho thing going on. That's awesome.
Actually, that's the wrong one. Here is the right hat version. Oops, its load came off. Sombrero.
That's awesome. Okay, you're now in my good graces. You have showed me excellent bots, and you have a Mandalorian shirt on, so that's good too.
I try. This is the way.
This is the way. All right, that's cool. Yeah, it's amazing. Like those gun pieces. Then we'll be jumping points for making some pretty cool articulated stuff and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah,
I said it, Brom. I said all that kind of jazz right there. Brom was getting on to me the other day for saying all that kind of jazz because I say it all the time. So
I have a question about the Overwatch stuff.
Yeah.
I bought this one for the parts, and I think maybe it was on sale, but I bought it and I haven't opened it yet. For those of you who are into robots, Overwatch more if these had just been Lego models that weren't connected to Overwatch. Because like this looks to me like a really kind of pretty cool robot set. It's a good parts pack.
Does it back up by itself?
Yeah, it doesn't come with anything else. Like it's just this big mecha with. Is there a reason why these weren't like more exciting for more people than they were?
I don't know. I feel like minifigures drive sale of a lot of sets. The fact that it doesn't have a minifig in it might be part of it. I mean, for a parts pack, I'm all about that set.
I think the people who make their own mech designs, they're like, I've done that. Why do I want to buy one?
Okay. Well, if I understand it, I don't play the game. I know Sandlin could probably tell us a lot of because he played the game a lot. But that guy is a character in the game, the bot itself, right?
Yeah,
in the back of the set, it transforms.
Yeah, he turns into a gun or whatever.
Yeah.
He becomes a bird. I mean,
an alt build.
I don't think it's an alt build. I think it transforms.
Oh, it does transform. Okay.
Yeah, it sort of sits down and turns around, and the barrel on his back points forward, and it's like a minigun emplacement kind of thing. And that's what it does in the game. Like if you're playing the bot in the game, you can run him around and then you find a good spot to sit down and then he turns into the minigun and you're stuck in one place, but you have a big minigun that you can use to defend a position or whatever.
But he's the same size as a regular person in the game, right? He's not like 50 feet tall.
Right. So that's more like a UCS-ish type of set for the Overwatch.
I think it's more like Galvatron, right?
He doesn't know anything. He grew up with Beast Wars. He doesn't know anything.
Oh, Beast Wars. Oh, you took him down twice. That was awesome. You made fun of his, terrible choices and then went after the Beast Wars jugular. That was excellent. But anyway, yeah. So, and you may have said this: the Bastion actually compared to a minifig would not be that big. Is that correct?
That's correct. If you give me a half a second, I will go get. I built a minifig scale Bastion for Paul, and it's way upstairs in his room. But I could go get it if you want to see it.
Sure, if you want to. We'll wait.
Please stand.
So now we can talk about him. What a jerk, right?
No, I will not wait. Let's talk about him. Let's do it.
Well, he's going upstairs and he's upstairs now. He's going to come back downstairs. Oh, Dan's in charge. Look at there.
Woo! Aw.
I have 2 grays and 1 pink of that particular gun piece. I wish they were more prolific and in more colors.
I like that they didn't make that so specific to the game that they're not putting it in other sets because I was able to do some bricks and pieces lately and pull some parts from it. By the way, Meredith, one of our first shows, you complained about the dishes and the 4 wide dish not having the hole in it.
Yeah.
Well, and then they had one. Now on bricks and pieces, I got 4 different colors: neon orange, trans yellow, and clear. I got one more color now that actually the 4 wide dish has the bar hole in it. Which is
are you saying you're not supposed to drill a hole in it?
No, you're not supposed to drill a hole in it. I hate throwing it out of here.
Does the hole go all the way through?
That's what I must be doing wrong. That's it.
What'd you say, Dan?
Is it a hollow stud or does the hole go all the way through? I haven't seen this version. All the way through. Look at that.
All the way through.
But it's that trans color. You're going to get it jammed up on your bars if you're not careful.
Nice. Now I don't have to use my Dremel anymore.
Well, Dan, they changed the acetate or whatever, the plastic for the trans stuff too.
Oh, so it doesn't do that anymore where they stick together like you need.
I don't know that because I don't want to stick. I'll do it. But anyway, you could feel it and it's not as clear as it used to be. And it's actually cheaper.
Okay. Mark's back.
All right, here's the big no-no. Actually, it doesn't seem to stick like it used to. Maybe that's an improvement. And yes, I know there's all sorts of good.
All right.
All right. Ryan has a message for you, man.
Is that for me?
No, that's for Mark.
No,
okay.
He gets upset because he likes Beast Wars, and it's
him and him alone.
It's a sad childhood, you know. He didn't have like real Transformers. He had like monkeys and rats and things. So there's Bastion. He's bigger than like a person, so he's a big robot turns into a big gun kind of thing.
All right, so
but he's not huge. He's not like the Lego set.
He's a cool robot, and I'll assume he's a good version of it too.
Probably shorter than Bumblebee would be.
Those poor kids liking Beast Wars. I guess that's all they had back in those days.
Yeah, it's all they had. They don't know any better.
I vaguely understand what you're talking about from when I would like babysit kids when I was like 13 or 14.
Oh, she's calling us old.
No.
Yeah, well, we kind of are.
Was it like the imitation Transformers?
Exactly. It is imitation Transformers. Thank you very much.
was it like because Mattel had Transformers, right?
No, these were made by Hasbro. They were just animals.
Okay. GoBots. That's the Mega Bloks of the transforming robot.
You're an animal.
But Hasbro eventually bought GoBots and turned it into a brand for little kids.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like I got them for my kid when he was like a year or two old. They just like you don't have to do anything to transform. You just like pull it apart, and like you pull on the jet wings, and the nose folds down, and it turns into a robot. We're bad.
That kind of sounds like Micronauts.
Micronauts were cool though. I mean, I'll admit.
Yeah, you could assemble things. I had a couple of Micronauts back in the day too. I had the guy with the chair that had the articulated arm thing, and I put the jetpack on it so he could fly around and shoot his missiles because it had the missile shooter and the wings that flipped out. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Micronauts were cool back in the day. I had the yellow whatever thing. You had a pullback motor on it, but it was a yellow scooter, which I pulled off the junk on it because it was a nice, really cool angled little ship to put a dude in. So anyway, all right. Well, so what time are you going to go get your set there, Meredith? What time is it going to be? Pretty right as the opening tomorrow?
Whenever Brian's going, I'm not involved. I have to work.
You're not pulling an all-nighter and like going at midnight or anything?
No, I gotta work. He's more flexible in his schedule, so he likes doing the Costco run at lunch. And what else does Daddy do?
She's going for plausible deniability.
Yes, exactly.
So
I have no idea.
I wonder how many copies all the Lego stores. Oh, by the way, somebody made a comment back. It may have been Brick Bunnies or whatever. There's actually maybe a motivation why Lego's doing this quick release and everything is that they kept it really under wraps to keep the knockoff, the Chinese company knockoffs and all that kind of stuff from coming out with copies of it as soon. I mean, Lego goes ahead and gets it in the market and gets their initial sales without somebody coming up with a $120 version of it that they sell on really weird ads on Facebook. Maybe that's why. And that's why we saw very little promo before it. What do y'all think?
Well, that's kind of what happened with the Razor Crest. Is a Chinese company, I guess, Chinese company used the design from Rebrickable for a Razor Crest and then trademarked it in Europe really quickly. And then Lego has to fight the trademark, but in order to release their set on time, they have to change it on the boxes until they fought that legal battle and got the name back. It's a big mess. It's a big legal mess. That's all lawyers fighting over who has the right to use the name. But in the meantime, the other guys, the phone makers, beat them to licensing the name. So until they can fight it back, it is hard.
Already belonged to somebody else, right? So they trademark, I guess, the set.
Something. Right. It's hard to believe that Disney did not get that name locked up hard and tight across the world.
So they think they probably had the name locked up. It was probably I did specialize in intellectual property law in law school.
Lawyer up. Here we go.
So,
how much is it going to cost us all this consultation?
You charge for the quarter hour.
Yeah, if you're charging, I'm about to remove you from the stream. I'm just saying right now.
For you, real cheap. $400 a minute.
So yeah. Anyway, so Dan, what do you think? First time's free. That's right. You're just getting. Oops, the wrong one. First time's free. Let's see. The name got trademark, but Lego holds a license to produce a set. Okay, but yeah. Right. But there, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, Lego got outmaneuvered, and all of a sudden they're tied up with a name, and they're have to resticker all these boxes or whatever. That'll be interesting to see if they resticker them or they rebox them. I don't know.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about that. I don't know the backstory, but we've seen.
I think they'll resticker
them before.
I think that they'll give instructions to any store that actually has any. Put the sticker on before you put it on the shelf. Well, it will remain to be seen whether or not that's actually successful or not.
And then a little while later, like 5 years from now, the version with the sticker over the name is going to be the collector's item.
This is not the first time they've done that, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's the smooth-haired Leia all over again. You know, you got to have that special. Or the Kanan Jarrus with the wrong color eyebrows or whatever.
Black eyebrows and black hair instead of dark brown.
So crazy, right?
We pre-ordered ours on Amazon because we used the Jeff Bezos credit card that you get the points. So it was our splurge with the Amazon points, and ours already we pre-ordered it back in February, and it emailed that they shipped it out today. So we will see what the box says if it says Razor Crest or
your
transport.
It's not your Mandalorian bounty transport. It's your Razor Crest. That's what it is. Well, that's cool.
We built the Rich Boy J version, although we didn't do the last section, really just the top section. But I don't know. That one's I like it a lot, so it's going to be hard. But it's so big. You can't really play with it with her, so we'll have to see which one she likes better.
I like it. I mean, there's something about the front of those cowl. I know the pieces that Lego has. I know the whatever. They could have done the cowl on those two engines just a little bit smoother, easily, and I think that set would have looked 100% better to me. I can't get past that very jagged look when it's so smooth in the show. I mean, that's
the point.
Yeah,
it's that
right.
Old Republic technology, the silver, smooth, curve, shiny. Yeah.
I mean, and there are plenty of pieces because I've bought them on Bricks and Pieces that make that nice curve. Yeah. Whatever, Mark. Put my glasses up. But
that was more for Dan because he got into the kind of like it was the Old Republic
show, man.
I've watched the show through at least twice, so it's okay. I'm nerding out with you. I was just,
it's fair.
It just needed that moment.
I'll be honest. I don't think I'm going to buy it off the bat because I mean it is was it $120? I mean it's a
120 or 129.99 maybe.
Yeah, so that was a pretty big bite, and there were some smaller sets I wanted to get. So of other things, so I did it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, this is the Rich Boy J model. We bought his instructions. He did a really nice job. I mean, it is UCS quality, but that's a big play.
So that's not the official Lego set version, or that is?
He's a
Bigger.
who only does Star Wars, and he does a lot of custom sets. He does a lot of great ships, and he built this. And I think there's $30 for the instructions. I sent him a little extra, so he did a great job.
He brick built in the stripes and stuff too, right?
Yeah, that was really impressive.
That's awesome.
But I'm straining.
I guess the only negative to that would be obviously that they don't have it doesn't have a windshield glass in it or whatever, which is kind of hard to do. So, I know some people are going to be excited about it. I was disappointed in it. I saw a review from a guy in New Zealand, Between the Bricks. He did a review of it, did a speed build. The canopy is actually printed already, which is good for not having to put that sticker on the canopy. But for what I build, I'm like, oh, dang, I wanted that canopy without any print on it because it's nice and clear and all that kind of stuff.
Well, actually, he created this so that he has canopy. He modified it to fit clear canopies using the ship in the bottle, Paradisia curved panels. I just haven't updated it. I haven't touched it.
This is very familiar with those.
You mean those?
Yeah, those.
Ooh.
I call them the Paradisia beach house pieces.
That's where I got them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what they are.
That's
Paradisia.
Right.
Old school.
Well, we've hit about an hour, so we may shut her down here. But anyway, good luck getting your Diagon Alley tomorrow. Are y'all going to start building it immediately, or are you going to let it sit there?
He's in school. I don't know what we're going to do. It will be up. I'm staying out of it. That's going to be a her and daddy project. So.
Oh, thanks, Brick Studios. Yes, I have two. Last I checked, I had exactly 200 subscribers. I had 201 for a while, and then I lost somebody, and so I'm back at 200. So,
maybe it was
like
the
and subscribe.
lack of space.
Do what?
Maybe it was the lack of space.
Maybe. It may have been Ryan. Ryan may have dumped us since we were making fun of him. Like, yeah, I like Beast Wars. I don't like y'all. And so unsubscribe. But anyway, so good luck with that. I hope that'll motivate her to do school, and you can build one building a day, or
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. She has to stay on school, logged on until 2:45. So it's not like if she finishes up, she can get to it.
Yeah. By the way, I'm just curious because Jake gets on about 8 and he goes to about 2 doing the online stuff. What is y'all's? Is y'all the same schedule?
She has to be on at 8:10, and then she's done by 2:45. So, and they get an hour for lunch.
I got you. Yeah. Jake only gets like 30 minutes, I think, so for lunch. But he's a high schooler, whatever.
Yeah, they need playtime, so.
Yeah, it's like recess.
Recess is Jake.
I need playtime.
Yeah, when we're a lot of times we're not here with him, so recess is him, either plugging in Fortnite or reading about Fortnite or texting me about Fortnite or whatever. So
watching somebody else play Fortnite on YouTube.
Yeah, right. So although I'm gonna just go ahead and be transparent. If I was 15 and there was a video game I could play with my friends online and it had a Marvel storyline, which is season 4, right? I would be totally in it. My dad would be like, dude, I am done. You know what I'm saying? Because I would talk about it all the time. I can identify, but being the dad into that, I'm like, man, come on, dude. So
my kids are in elementary school, so it's still Pokemon and Minecraft. But
yeah. Are y'all playing Minecraft Dungeons?
I am too, Dan.
No Minecraft Dungeons here yet. It's still a regular one. And watching people play Minecraft, and I'm like, you have the game, you could play it yourself. But he's doing something I haven't gotten to yet.
We'll get there.
Yeah, you're never going to get there if you just watch other people do it. But I'm also not going to let him watch on one screen and play on another screen at the same time.
Mine had an addiction to watching YouTube videos of Stardew Valley being played through.
Well, thanks to the 21 viewers who cared to watch us talk about Lego. So I appreciate it. We're in the same boat, I guess, right? So anyway,
they're not even watching us building Lego; they're just watching us talking about it.
That's true. Well, we got a good. We built the fire truck from Hidden Side the other night. We had a lot of viewers, and that was fun. Which is a great set, by the way. If you haven't seen it, have you seen this, Dan?
Forms, right?
Do what? Yeah. So here's the fire truck, right? And then you can pop the back off, and it transforms into.
It's basically a spaceship with wheels.
Sure, why not? But yeah, it has a little walker mech.
That was for Dan. That was for Dan, so he understood what you're talking about.
I assume the designer was an AFOL.
It seems like it. It's very well done. So, all right, okay, everybody, we're gonna log out. We've been in an hour. Thank y'all for joining us in the chat. We hope you had a good time hanging out with us. And yes, the fire truck is epic. Thank you for joining us on that show. That was awesome. And so hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you have a great night and everything. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate my friends hanging out with us, or we're hanging out in the Lego room. Got a little sorting done while we were talking, so that's good and everything. So yeah, just going an hour tonight, Hope Castle. I have interneted a whole lot the last couple of weeks, so I need to see my family. But anyway, you guys have a great night. Thank y'all for joining in, and good night, everybody. Talk to y'all later. Goodbye. Space.
Bye.
Be kind to somebody. Be creative.